This is the stats of the poker app. Every night when the game starts, everything is being recorded. So this is a live game that is going on right now. Players can actually, during the game, is a game going on, they can click on these three bars and the stat table will come on. So there's a lot of good information here. For example, you can see the number of hands folded before the first flop. So right now there are a total of 61 games played. I believe they started to play at 9:30. So this player folded 3 times. 7% of the time he folded. And here you can see 38%, 43, and so forth. There's a definite correlation between percentage of pre-flop fold to how many points you are winning tonight. The most amount of folds pre-flop is this player, 43% of the time. He's at 1271 points, and so forth. Now, this player is 40% of the time before pre-flop, and he had more than he folded pre-flop more than this guy, and yet he's 779 points, which is about almost 400 points less than this guy. So you can study what happened. The best thing to go is to go to the number of hands paid, the river, and lost. So there were 5 times. And you can see the kinds of hands he had that he lost. So here is a game where he declared high. No, I'm sorry, yeah, he declared high, and he had a great hand. This is kings and eights. So he has 10, 25, 35, 46 points. And he lost to this player who had 53 points. So he's definitely a second hand. And he also tried to buy. He bought a card, and this is the card that he bought, the deuce, which was already on the board, which means he can't have. So in this game, he lost 78 points. It's a lot of points to win in one hand. Second hand, let's just go to hands where he lost a lot of points. This is 60 points. That's a lot of points to lose in a game. So this game was without declaration. Computer decides what you have the best. So he had 3 8s and 8 and 3. So he had quad 8. Obviously, he had to stay to the end, but what he lost to is quad queen. The quad queen won 43 points net. And this is the low, which is ace deuce 3 with the 4 and 6. It's perfect low. Now let's look at another one. That's him, 30 points, 48 points. That's a lot. It's kings and eights. He had here 10, 25, 29 points. This game was without declaration. So 29 points for the high and 14 points for the low. Hold on. 10, 25, 29. Yeah, he lost to 33 points for the high and 4 for the low. So this shows you that he paid rivers with good hands and he lost. So that why he pre-folded more than somebody else, but yet lost because he lost big hands. Other thing you can see, there are many things you can see in the stats. For example, how many times a player won all. So this player won 3 times. You can look at that. Drill down. So he had Jack and 9. His game is 2 and 1 from either row, which means 2 from this row plus 1 from here, or 2 from here plus 1 from here. So this was a declaration game. Only 2 players stayed to the end. Let's look at that. This player went for the high and he had jacks with deuces. And this player had jacks with 9. The red line above the card means high. So 2 from here, these 2 plus this. This is another game that he won everything. He got 6 points left at the end. He got 9 points left at the end, and they both declared low. So he thought with the 9 he didn't have a good low, a good high. That's why he went low. But he had better low. It's only 18 points. And the third game that this player won everything. This is also kings and eights. He's got 3 kings in his hands and a 7. So he's got 35 and 3. It's 35 and 7. That's 42 for the high. Sorry, 52 for the high, plus 7 for the low. That's hard hand to beat. He had 1 card, 10. I'm sure he raised the entire time because he knew he will beat him. Definitely will beat him on the high, and maybe he could beat him on the low, which he did. Okay, that's all for now. We'll show you more of the statistics.